This gonna sound harsh, right?
Be real.
I don't really believe that a woman can help a man build anything.
Wow, that
Right?
was harsh.
Like, and I don't mean it in a harsh way.
I get it.
I mean it because women are a distraction to men who want to do the right thing toward them, who want to provide and protect. You're a distraction to what I need to be doing. How many men have you heard tell a woman, I'm not ready for a relationship or marriage until I get XYZ done? Right? Until I make this money or until I do this.
Save this much.
It's because subconsciously we know if we get with that woman, then we're not gonna be able to accomplish that thing. It's just a nice way of saying, I'm not gonna be able to accomplish this shit if me and you together. And we know that, but we convey it in a nice, nasty way.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? We can't have it both ways. And women also understand this because women strategically set out to find the man who already has it, right? Because they don't want to, not that they don't want to help us build, but it's better going into the castle when it's already built.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They understand that. That's their role, and that's fine. All of this stuff is fine, but you got to call it for what it is. And if you don't navigate it the right way, you'll end up fucked up and coming up short every time. You'll end up living your whole life for other people, not getting accomplished what you need to get accomplished. And that's the tragedy of it all. So as a man, if you need to cut everything out, get done what you need to get done before you bring somebody else in, just make sure it's the right person. Make sure it's the person that's not there because you have the castle, right? I notice a lot of men will get to that spot that they need to get to and will go back to somebody that's an ex who they knew was with them when they didn't have shit because they can trust that person. Mm-hmm. So we revolve back to that trust thing. It's like these simple tenets, right? Men want a woman they can trust. We just do.
It's hard to find a woman you can trust these days.
Yeah, and not only trust with my financial things, but with your fucking heart, with your fucking emotion.
Why is it that the women, as we get older and life keeps going on, how come the men are kind of staying the same as they was back in the day, except for as many men used to beat women? They don't do that as much anymore. Yeah. But how come the women, now that they're not getting beat no more and getting hit upside the head, how come now it's like they just run amok and do whatever they want so much? They don't want to, they feel like everything should be given to them.
It's not a bad thing that they feel that way, but when there's no appreciation attached to it, that's what the problem becomes. Because you can be with a woman that appreciates you and give her the fucking world.
But it's been like this for this happened like 20 years ago. The women did not act like this.
Yeah.
So what transition do you think, if you look back, what
media,
made that happen?
Media.
Media?
The shit that we're doing right now, media. Media literally gives people their identity now. It implants these little things that we take on as truths. Society has become very, very binary. I hate to use the word binary, but you're either this side or that side. You either feel this way or that way. But you know within real society that there is a cataclysm of feelings. Two opposite things can both be true, but nobody wants to attest to that. Everybody wants to be on this side or this side of an argument or agreement or whatever it is to create this divide. And we run into women, especially social media and particular groups that are part of those divides. I don't think that that's the way the whole world works, in the sense that I think that there's a silent majority out there that never says anything, that are doing just fine, that are doing the things that they need to do, that have good relationships, that are functional within that don't have these problems. But what you're hearing, the loudest voice is the minority. Like, this stuff we see is not fucking real. These women are touting something that they don't even believe sometimes. But when you're touting it to other women, younger women, then it's just this constant flow of it. But they're not the majority. There's, like I say, it's a solid majority out there that just really don't give a fuck. They just living their motherfucking life, doing what they doing, going home, cooking their dinner for their man, washing clothes, taking care of their kids. That it is a whole solid majority out there that does those things. It's just that when you start filtering yourself in and submerging yourself in this 1 to 5% of people, then you start to believe these things are true. None of this shit is true on a large scale.
So you're saying it's pretty much over for women, for you?
No, I'm not saying that. Because as a man, the right woman can come along.
Okay, talk to me about
you
the
know?
right woman. Because a lot of my friends, they keep telling me that, man, I'm looking for the right one, man. If I find that right one, I'm gonna be, they feel like they would be better if they find the right one. And
Yeah, most of them.
But I say to them, but you're not the right nigga.
Exactly. You have to be in a place where you're able to accept the right one and vibe with the right one, right? And it's up to the man to get in a spiritual, mental, physical, all of that, get all of that shit right, so when that person comes along, you're ready for him. Right. Same thing with a woman. You need to be ready when that right person comes along. Otherwise, it can be the right person, but the wrong time.
Okay.
Right? And that's all predicated on us, how ready we are for the moment, right? So your purpose is to be ready for that moment. I'm never going to reject the right thing. I feel the way that I feel in general, but there's always an exception to a rule, right? And I'm not going to step outside of the general tenet of the way that I feel just for anything. You know, you feel me?
I feel you.
It's just what it is. So the superficial things, the sex, the all of that shit is just superficial. It's like, as a man, if I can't be celibate, then I don't have power over my lowest desire. What kind of man am I?
Man, that's real.
Like, literally, if we can't master our lowest desires, then who are we really?
We are just a product of our desires.
The lowest form.
Yeah, that's it. So you got to think about those things in a very, very cognitive, logical sense.
Right.